Good morning, dear students. I, Professor Basavaraj Kuluche, welcome you all for today's lecture of Business Communication. We are in second module. Previous class we have seen the basic concepts about written communication. Today we shall see the 7 C's of effective written communication, or say effective communication, which are applicable to both written as well as oral communication. These 7 C's, if we follow in our communication, it may be written or oral, whichever the communication it may be. If we follow these 7 C's, then our communication will be effective. To make our communication effective, we should follow these 7 C's. That is completeness, consciousness, consideration, clarity, concreteness, courtesy, and correctness. These are the 7 C's which we have to follow during our communication. These 7 C's, if we follow, definitely our communication will be the best or the effective communication we can make. So, what are these 7 C's? We will see in depth. First one, completeness. The communication must be complete. It should convey all the facts required by the audience. That is, all the contents, whatever the audience is required, it should convey that message. The complete message should be sent. The sender of the message must take into consideration the receiver's mindset and convey the message accordingly. When we can call a communication as a complete communication? A complete communication develops and enhances reputation of the organization. Or moreover, they are say cost saving, as no crucial information is missing and no additional cost is incurred in conveying extra message if the communication is complete. If we are not sent the message completely, then again second message, third message, etc., we need to keep on sending. So a complete message saves cost and also it increases the reputation of the organization. A complete communication always gives additional information wherever required. It leaves no question in the minds of the receiver. All the questions are answered in the message. Therefore, the information required by the receiver is given in a complete way. That's why it is known as completeness. So if our communication or if our message is not complete, then it is a waste. It cannot be an effective communication. Therefore, complete communication helps in better decision making by the audience or reader or say receiver of the message, as they get all desired and crucial information which is essential for making decisions. The complete message, it persuades the audience. That's why effective communication can be done with a complete message or complete information or a complete idea. Whatever is required by the audience, everything should be given by the sender. Then second C is consciousness. Here the consciousness means it communicating with your want to convey in least possible words without foregoing the other C's of the communication. Consciousness is necessary for effective communication. Conscious communication is like, it is both time saving as well as cost saving. The conscious communication, it underlines and highlights the main message as it avoids use of excessive and needless words. Here, in simple words, the consciousness means wordiness. Wordiness means giving the message in minimum words with completing all the 7 C's and avoiding unnecessary more write-ups or more words. So here the conscious communication, it it saves both time as well as money or cost. So it underlines and highlights the main message as it avoids using excessive and needless words, because many times we keep on using the needless words or try to make the message lengthy. But here in consciousness, we should take the appropriate words and give the complete information to the audience without giving more words or without, say, adding more lines. In conscious communication, it provides, say, short and essential message in limited words to the audience whenever they send a message. Because nowadays everybody is, say, having no time. Everybody says we have less time, we are busy and all blah blah things. But here, if we send a consciousness message or a conscious message, it conveys the message within a short or essential words. So the audience will get the message in limited words itself. So conscious message is more appealing and, say, making impact on the audience. That's why the second C is consciousness. The third C is consideration. Here, consideration implies stepping into the shoes of others. Effective communication must take the audience into consideration. That is, the audience viewpoint or background, mindset, education level, the attitude of the audience, or the behavior of the audience. All these things, if we consider with the audience viewpoint, then we can send an appropriate and a proper message. So, make an attempt to convince your audience their requirements, their emotions, as well as their problems, and ensure that the self-respect of the audience is maintained and their emotions are not at all harmed. So, modify your words in message to suit the audience needs while making your message, say, complete or conscious. So, when we can call a communication which is having consideration? When a communication has emphasis on your approach, or, say, the audience and their interest in the audience will stimulate a positive reaction from the audience. That's why we should show optimism towards your audience and emphasize on what is possible rather than what is impossible. Say, here we should consider the audience viewpoint and audience level of understanding, audience education and the background of the audience, so that according to that the message is being given. The fourth C is clarity. Clarity implies emphasizing on a specific message or goal at a time. Say, rather than trying to achieve too much at once, clarity is communicating in a clear way, or a clear message should be given so that the audience understands the message and acts accordingly. So the clarity in the message should be there. So to make a message clear, it should be easier to understand. It should be, say, complete with ideas, with meaning, or with the concept. If the ideas, message, concept are clear, then the message will be clear. That's why here the fourth C is clarity. If our message has clear ideas, clear viewpoints, then we can say it is a effective communication. Then the next, fifth C is correctness. Correctness or concrete communication implies being particular and clear rather than, say, general or, say, lengthy messages. So correctness strengthens the confidence, concentrate on message, or it gives a proper view to the audience. That's why correctness has more value in communication. Whatever we want to convey, whatever we are communicating, or whatever message we are trying to send, that message should be correct, clear, and the general overview of the message should not be there. It should be to the point, it should be correct, there should not be any errors. So then we can call it as a correct message. It should support with a specific facts and figures. It makes use of words that are clear and that builds the reputation. And most important, correct messages are not misinterpreted at all. So if we give the message correctly to the audience will not misinterpret. They will interpret in a proper way whatever the message the sender wants to send or convey. The same viewpoint will be understood by the receiver if the message is correct. So that's why here the fifth C in communication is correctness. The sixth C is courtesy. Say courtesy's message implies the message should show the sender's expression as well as should respect the receiver. The sender of the message should be, say, sincerely polite. Say the politeness should reflective, and say a courtesy should be there in the message. That's why courtesy implies taking into consideration both viewpoints as well as feelings of the receiver of the message as well. Courtesy message is positive and focused to the audience. It makes use of terms showing respect to the receiver of the message, and it is not at all biased. So the courtesy in the message should be there. Either it may be oral communication or it may be a written communication. So the message should be with courtesy. And next point is, say, concreteness. The concreteness in the communication should be, say, complete. It should, say, imply being particular and clear rather than, say, the general message. So concreteness of message, when we can call, it should support with the specific facts and figures. It make use of words that are clear and build the reputation. And a concrete message are not misinterpreted. So the concrete message, that is fifth point of C's in the effective communication. And lastly, correctness. Correctness in communication implies that there are no grammatical errors in communication, no spelling errors, no sentence errors, so that the message is understood correctly by the receiver. So correct communication has some points to be remembered. That is, the message is exact, correct, and well timed. If the communication is correct, it boosts up the confidence level. The correct message has greater impact on the audience, readers, and the receiver. So if we check for the, say, accurateness of facts and figures used in the message, the facts, figures, or the numbers when we are mentioning in the message, it should be correct. It makes use of appropriate and correct language in the message. So if these things are covered, then we can say the message is correct. So these are the 7 C's which we should remember or follow in any communication. It may be oral communication or written communication. If we follow these 7 C's, then our communication will be effective. It may be written or oral. So these 7 C's are completeness, consciousness, consideration, clarity, concreteness, courtesy, and correctness. So these are the 7 C's which we should remember and we should follow. So with this we shall stop here. If you have doubts, you all can feel free to contact me at any point of time. Thank you. Good day.